Hello. Welcome to InsurEasier.com. Before you close this video, it is strongly recommended that you watch, at least until we have gone over the process of bidding, up to the point that you create a policy for a member. Up to that point, we will keep everything surface level and then go back into detail after. Our goal is to give members a pleasant insurance shopping experience that is easy, honest, and harassment-free, so that more members join and you have more clients. Remember that we are trying to differentiate ourselves from other online sites that offer inaccurate quotes and or redirect the user to another site or phone number. First on the agenda is to complete a stepper, verifying you as an agent and gathering information about what policies you write and which carriers you are appointed with. At some point, we will gather information and automatically post which policies you write and through which carriers you are appointed, but for the time being, please be thorough. Next, you'll be taken to your dashboard, where you can view bidding. My bids or my current clients. Great! Let's view the bidding page. This is where you'll find all the bids you can place. For each possible bid, you'll see the first name of the member, along with their site ID, their zip code, what they are requesting a quote for, the pledge amount, which is the amount that you pay if the member selects your quote, the timer that shows how much time you have to bid on the quote, and the button to click on if you so choose to place a bid. Note that you might not be chosen to create a quote just by bidding, but if you are, you will receive a text message letting you know that you have been selected. The sooner you bid, the more likely you'll be selected by the AI. And the pledge amounts are based on the table that can be accessed above the policy selection. This is subject to change and likely will, based on what makes sense. Please review it and let us know if you have any concerns. Let's place a bid. Once you click on the bid button for a bid, you will get a modal pop-up that will ask you to confirm the bid, and it will offer additional information, including that you agreed to the pledge amount if your quote is selected by the member, that you are not guaranteed to be selected to create quotes, that you will receive a text if you are selected, but that there is also a max timer for the AI, and a warning. The warning is to inform you that you could be fined and removed from the site if you attempt to bypass the site and contact the member directly before your quote is selected by the member during the quoting process. You must communicate via this site. This will be reiterated in the next modal that will thank you for your bid and where you can choose to stay on the bidding page, to place more bids, or go to the My Bids page, to view all your active bids and their statuses. In My Bids, notice that the status has changed to AI selecting, and the timer shows the maximum amount of time left for the AI to select agents. This could take much less time, and in most cases it likely will be less than an hour. Again, if you're selected, you will receive a text message letting you know. You will not receive one if you are not selected. When InsurEasier becomes an app, this will be different. Now that you have been selected and received that text, you will want to return to My Bids. You will now be able to view the member's details to start creating a quote. The way the details are displayed is very much like how the member sees the forms, along with the information tabs, as to help you understand more about them and their point of reference. Make sure to go through all the tabs before you make inquiries to the member. Another thing you will want to do is to communicate with the member in the group chat, even if the form provides you with all the information you need to create their quote. It could be as simple as saying hi, and maybe letting them know that you are pleased to be able to create a quote for them. You will want to keep the member engaged. Let's say that you have many bids you have been selected for and you want to make sure that you are communicating in the correct group. If you view the status, you will see the group name and ID, which you can use to reference in the chat. Note that on a mobile device, you might need to click on the hamburger at the top left to view and select a group. Something that we want to stress is that it is up to you to check back periodically for messages, as we do not have apps with push notifications yet. But a pro tip is that by leaving the page open in a browser, you should hear a ding from the chat bubble when a message is sent. Now let's enter a quote. First, note how much time you have left to enter a quote and edit or update it if needed. 36 hours is the total time you will have to enter a quote. You are allowed to enter only one quote. However, you will also be able to enter additional information at the bottom of the page where you will be able to tell them about another quote you think they might like and where you can express why you chose to offer the one you did. There are a couple of reasons why you are allowed only one quote. One reason is that there will be other agents creating quotes and we do not want to overwhelm the members. Our system is based on psychological clinical tests. Also, you will need to offer specifics to the quote so that the member can do side-by-side comparisons with the other quotes. This is a good reason to make your quotes accurate and not try to lowball other agents. The members will call you out in the chat and the other agents will look better for being honest. Our members understand that a lower premium might mean a bad policy, and if the member selects your quote, you will not get a refund if the member decides against the policy you create. They will only get frustrated if you are dishonest. But we want more people to trust our site so that you get more leads to turn into clients. Do not worry if you lose a bid, there will be many more to come. Sorry that had to be stated, but once you enter all the quote information, please submit it so that the member can view it and select it. They will have a total of 4 days to select a quote. If your quote is not selected, no big deal, we will not charge you the pledge amount and you can continue with other bids. However, once your quote has been selected by the member, you will momentarily lose communication with the member. But do not worry, you will go back to My Bids and click on Win. Pay fee. Once you pay the pledge amount, the status will show the member's direct phone number and email, which have both been verified. You will also be able to resume communication via the chat with the member, yourself, and the admin only. When getting quotes from the carriers, you will need to enter a phone number and email that you, not the member, have access to. Now you need to update your quote into a policy. Click on Enter Policy and you'll notice that the quote document has been removed. You'll replace it with the policy documents and you can update any information that has changed when converting from a quote into a policy. That completes the strongly recommended portion of this video. Feel free to continue with the video if you want to go over other features. For those who stuck around, let's go back to bidding, which we will access through the navbar this time. You can deselect and/or select the types of quotes that you want to see at the top, depending on what types of quotes you want to bid on. You can also do this in My Bids and My Clients to better organize your bids if you need to search for a specific one. In the navbar at the far right, there is an avatar that you can use to log out or view and edit your profile. For any field that is not grayed out, feel free to make changes and click Update below the box where you make those changes. This is where you can also change your password, which we strongly recommend doing on a regular basis. My Bids was already explained for the most part, so let's move on to My Clients. Here you can view all the clients you have from InsurEasier, along with the policy that you attached. Side note, we want to take a moment to assure you that we make sure that members know to respond to you after you have paid, whether you contact them on InsurEasier or call them directly. We understand they might not answer immediately, so we ask them to please call back if they miss your call. That's it. You just sold a policy on InsurEasier.com.